Their claim to fame is that they have the Midwest's largest ballroom. It is 40,002 square feet. You can fit 8.5 basketball courts in that much space, or roughly 2/3 of an American football field. Either way, it's a very large ballroom. Immediately after this bridge on the right, you're going to see a building that looks older than it is. This is the NBC Tower Chicago. It's built in 1989 by Adrian Smith of Skidmore, Owings & Merrill. It is meant to look like Rockefeller Center in New York City. NBC's headquarters there. So it's very much in the style of 1920s Art Deco skyscraper. Soaring vertical lines, setbacks to accentuate that verticality in a strong geometric shape. Keep looking to the right in the distance. There's a tall black building that has 2 giant white antennae up on top. That's a John Hancock building. Built in 1969 by Bruce Graham of Skidmore, Owings & Merrill. Hancock is Chicago's 4th tallest building at 1,127 feet tall. So the Hancock building has 100 stories. They have an observation deck. You can spend your money and go up there and look at stuff if you like, or they have a bar and restaurant on the 95th and 96th floors called the Signature Room. For about the price of that observation deck ticket, you can go on up to the Signature Room, get yourselves a drink, see all the same stuff, and not be thirsty. However you want to do it, though, is fine by me. Building that says Fidelity Investments in the bottom corner, that sits on the site of where Jean-Baptiste Pont du Sable had his fur trading post in the 1770s. Du Sable was Chicago's first permanent non-Native American resident. He was from Haiti. So the open area next door is called Pioneer Court in Du Sable's honor, and rising above Pioneer Court, the gorgeous Gothic Tribune Tower. Tribune Tower was built in 1925 as a result of an international design competition held by the Tribune in 1922. To celebrate their 75th anniversary, they wanted to build the most beautiful office building in the world. That winning design was picked from 263 entries they received. Hood and Howells were the winning architects on that. We're going to see the Tribune on the way back. I'll talk more about it then. Meantime, after the bridge, you've got the beautiful Wrigley Building by Charles Mearsman of Graham, Anderson, Probst & White. There's 2 separate towers. South Tower was built in 1921, North Tower in 1924. There are 6 different shades of white terracotta on the face of the Wrigley Building that get lighter and brighter as they go up to draw your eyes up to the top of the clock tower at 398 feet. So that is going to bring us to one of the newest and biggest installations here in the Chicago skyline. This giant blue building is the Trump International Hotel and Tower. This is an Adrian Smith design, and he did not want this building to dominate everything in the vicinity, so he designed it with a series of setbacks to give it some visual continuity with the more notable buildings around it. The first setback is about the height of the Wrigley Building back behind us. Second setback on the opposite side is about the height of the Marina City Towers, which I'll talk about in a minute. The third setback is about the height of the former IBM Tower, which is a tall black glass and steel building coming up next door to Trump on the right. Give you an idea of the difference between the two. Former IBM Tower is 52 stories tall, whereas Trump is topped off at 96 stories. That gives Trump Tower a full height of 1,362 feet, making it Chicago's 2nd tallest building. So like I was saying, next door to Trump is the former IBM Tower. I keep using the word former because the IBM company moved out of that building, so it reverted back to being called by its address, 330 North Wabash. Don't let the simple design of this building fool you. It is very important architecturally speaking, because in 1971 it was the last American building designed by a famous German architect named Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. Mies van der Rohe was head of the Bauhaus over in Germany, but he had to flee here to the United States. When he got here, he became head of the Illinois Institute of Technology. Basically, Mies van der Rohe was the father of modern architecture. So we're going to spend some time talking about his design aesthetic later on. In the meantime, one of Mies's students from the Bauhaus, Bertrand Goldberg, who had a very, very different design aesthetic. Goldberg created the 2 towers of Marina City that are coming up next on the right-hand side. We affectionately call these towers the corncob buildings here in Chicago. Marina City Complex was completed in 1968 to be a city within a city. Goldberg knew in the 50s and 60s everybody wanted to live in the suburbs. So he thought if he could provide affordable housing with a lot of amenities, that would draw people back downtown. So they had their own parking garages, marina, restaurant, bar, a bowling alley.